So today's gonna be a quick one. Basically, I got a new guitar and I want to share it with you guys. But you know, there's a lesson in everything. The world's the classroom. So, I want to tell you about the steps that I took to getting a new guitar, like why I decided I needed one. This is weird. Like why I decided I needed one, how I chose the one I wanted, did I go new or used, you know, what guitar did I get? It's very exciting. And I'm gonna do it in a step-by-step journey from the beginning of deciding if you need a new guitar all the way to, you know, buying it. And that's it. So yeah, there are a lot of things to consider before making your big buy. So, you know, I just want to make a nice little checklist to make sure you're all set and get the guitar that's right for you. And you know, hopefully seeing how I did it will help you do it yourself. If you're new here, this isn't my new guitar. Big reveal at the end, so stay tuned. Don't skip the video. So a good place to start with getting your new guitar is with your current guitar. And what I mean by that is like, what's wrong with it? And I don't mean that like in a mom way, like what's wrong with the flute at home? What I mean is identifying why you're unsatisfied with your current guitar will help you determine features that you want in your new guitar. Plus, a lot of issues that you might have are fixable just through little upgrades on your current guitar. Like for better sound, maybe you want a new pickup, or maybe you just need to change your strings, who knows. For new guitars, things you might want to consider are like the size of the body, the neck width. Basically, you should consider things that you'd like to change about your current guy that, you know, you can't, because how it is. Maybe there's nothing wrong with your current guitar and you just want to change of pace. That's cool too. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you don't need a reason beyond, I want a new one. That's kind of what it was for me. I just, you know, want to change things up. So now that we've decided that we want a new guitar, it's good to set a budget. This pretty much comes down to what you can afford. Like if you're Bill Gates, hi Bill. But if you're like me, you know, budget matters. For me, basically, since it was my second guitar, I wanted like a noticeable upgrade from my first one. Like I didn't want to drop like $400 or $500 and then want another new one in like 2 days. I wanted something that'd keep me satisfied for at least like 2 weeks. But at the same time, you know, it is only my second guitar. Like I'm not that familiar with the guitar sphere. So, you know, I didn't want to spend like $1 million because you know what they say about guitars? The less you spend, the more money matters. Like the difference between a $100 and a $600 guitar is like massive, but then 600, 1,000 smaller, and then 1,000 to $1 million. Basically, I decided to spend $1,000, which is a lot. But it's also what I needed to spend to like get a decent upgrade from my current guitar, but also give me a chance to like familiarize myself with the world of like good guitars. And you know, by the time I want to get a better one, I'll really know the ins and outs of like a decent one. You know what I mean? Okay, so now that we have our budget down, what guitar should you get? Good question. I can't really help you much here. It really comes down to what you want. Or if you're like me and you don't know what you want, but you want something. I googled like best guitars under $1,000 and then watched a bunch of YouTube videos with the guitars and listened to them. Or if you want a certain sound, like look up what guitar was used in this song. It's a lot of fun doing the research, but yeah, I can't help you here really. Sorry. So next up is should you go new or used? A lot of guitarists are gonna be upset with me, but I went new. And I'll tell you why. Update, the other camera just died, and only this angle now. And I'll tell you why. It's because I don't know that much about guitars. You know, if you're confident that you know how to like inspect a guitar and make sure that everything's okay with it, make sure it's the actual model, not some knockoff, like you can, then definitely, yeah, you should go used because you can get a way better deal for way less money, which I guess is what a deal is. And on a similar note, you also have the option of going online or in store. Online's tempting because, you know, it's way easier, but in this case, it is worth going into the store. All that said, I know the real reason you're here is because you want to hear about my new guitar, I bet. Without any further ado, the guitar I decided to get is the Gibson Les Paul Faded. This has to be like my favorite purchase ever. Long story long, originally I had a slightly lower budget of 500 American because it's hard to research Canadian amounts, whatever you get it. And I was gonna get the Epiphone Les Paul, but then my local guitar shop called and said, where's my phone?
Nationwide inventory blowout sale this weekend.
With the Epiphone, you know that feeling of like getting almost what you wanted, but it's not quite that thing you wanted? Like maybe you feel like with your girlfriend. But you know, if it takes spending a little bit more, but you get like the exact thing that you want, then it's worth it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Trade this city for a place where I can keep the pressure down.